Ugh.
There's no. They're not ready. They're not ready.
Now I'm ready.
Gosh,
You're good. What are you doing? Hurry up. What are you waiting for?
that's gaslighting.
I don't want to
Yeah, I'm
anymore.
sorry.
I don't want to anymore. I'm gonna
Oh,
keep
okay,
my
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself, and
I
yeah,
bully you too much.
I feel very bullied.
It happened.
Yeah. Anyways, good luck, everyone.
Have a good night.
Goodbye.
You could play Cavshi today. I'll play Nina.
Yeah. I'll play Capshi.
It's gonna be all Kanji to catch up because we didn't actually do that last time.
Nah, we're just not gonna do it.
God damn it! But she's finally back in our place. We said when she's back in our place, we're gonna like
Yeah, we
do
lied.
stuff. Wait, what? She died?
No.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Let's continue. Just go.
Yeah,
Justin's chaotic tone is so funny. Yeah, we lied. She died? Yes.
Yeah, just go. Just go. Let's recap this, shall we?
Okay.
I believe in you. You're a great individual. You can do this.
Okay. So, three best friends plus Gakuatsu leave a temple with a fourth best friend, named Esmeralda. She's this dark knight, different dimension. You're already there. You know it. We're traveling north. We go through this one town. They don't do business with us. Oh, they do business with us, but just business. They hate outsiders specifically with weapons. They have a specific gossip warning system where whoever gets approached has a runner through their back door to go and warn all the other people very subtly. I could not get any information out of them. They're like, "Is that all, sir? You'll have to buy three, sir." But I'm Nina, so they're probably saying that to Gakuatsu. We travel north. It is rigorous, perilous, and also just like not the most fun traveling north to the spot where we're going. What's it called? Tampa Bay? Or are we
Tampa
trying
Bay
to?
sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, to Tampa Bay. So that also makes me think. Tranba, we won't be able. I don't think it's safe to exfil them going south because it's going to slow us down way too much. Yeah, we finally get there. Oh, and no, we don't finally get there. On the way there, we find a freshly like graduated demon slayer. We could tell from his drip, and he was like, "Hey guys, you're probably wondering what I'm doing, not slaying demons and me escorting this prisoner. Yeah, I'm escorting this prisoner to Kiona." And we're like, "Oh my gosh, we're travel buddies, best friends forever. We'll never let you die." Um, and then he proceeds to die when we finally get to close to Tranva. And yeah, it was kind of, we get ambushed in the middle of the night. We're and lucky that we were unlucky. Odamu puts extra wood into the fire by accident, making our light source greater. Um Nina wakes up all in a tizzy, be like, "Yo, get your asses up. We're about to be jumped, y'all." And everyone's like, "What?" And then someone gets grabbed. It was Gakuatsu by this like ugly, not even a hot vampire, just ugly bat thing, honestly. Giving vampires a bad name. Anyways, they get snatched up. They grab him, fly really far away into the dark. We make defensive formations around the fire. Esmeralda, honestly, MVP of the fight. She like is able to teleport Gakuatsu back to the campfire. But the bravest of us, our new friend, who I don't remember the name of, and I'm so sorry, but demon uh, plot device number one.
Plot device. He didn't exist for more than like at least half an hour, so he doesn't matter.
This character that was generated specifically for this event dies because they're all alone in the dark and we're all sad. And there was something of like, oh, the beast or whatever might have sentience after eating blood. It runs away. We're sad. And then we bury the body, or we take care of the body and take it to Tranba. And there was this really cool moment of Roman taking responsibility for his fallen comrade's mission of escorting this prisoner. We finally get the Tran, but they're so friendly to us. It was like, oh my gosh, you guys are human, and everyone's like, ha ha, ha yes, totally not sweating in Nina and Esmeralda, and we get there, and they're like, hey, yeah, our life sucks. There's only 20 of us left. They come every week to thin out our numbers. They sent really beautiful people to lure out our nerds to go to Kiona. Anyways, we think it's Kiona. Please help us survive. Or like, we've been sad for so long, and hopefully you travelers could help us be alive. And that's what you missed on my janky recap. Thank you.
Nah, that was pretty accurate.
Was it? I didn't even finish the homework. Yay.
Yeah, I mean, there was that one time that Roman got a little bit too into his mission, where he's like, "We's gotta die," but he didn't say that. So
Really? Oh.
no, he didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
No, he's very committed to getting this guy to his town to die, essentially.
Oh yeah, because he's
I mean-
a scumbag. The prisoner's a scumbag.
Yeah, he has no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
Hmm.
But we don't know that.
You told me
Or
about
do
his
we?
story, and no, he doesn't really have redeeming qualities.
What do you mean? He's got the most redeeming quality ever. Someone paid a lot of money.
Money.
It's not even his money.
You know what? Just because like Black Circle can be confusing, I will do a tiny stick figure instead.
He's
Oh,
just a-
also fun. Now that you said Black Circle, that reminds me. The priest actually had a conversation with Esmeralda, because the language spell was still lasting. She's not able to cast it, by the way, but she's from the Black Eye clan, and so you saying Black Circle just reminded me of that. So yay!
Yeah, you want to know my favorite part about this entire thing?
Tell me.
If she didn't cast the spell, who did, and why did they cast it before she appeared?
Yeah.
It was teaching the kids.
Was the That's so wholesome. She can't understand her kids, actually. Just joking.
That sounds like a show name.
Maybe it's like, you know, a magical item that's really considerate and cast it on the person who's summoned. Maybe it was a stone.
Eh, I don't think this thing is considerate.
Begs to differ in TJ.
I don't know if the server tends to give us considerate things.
Hmm.
Hey, here's a god summoning tool. It's definitely not cursed or anything still. The priest just sucked at remove curse, that's all. That's probably what happened. The Demon Slayer's name was a guy named Fallhaven. It's his last name. We don't know his first name. He died first nameless.
Aw. It wasn't first. Oh, okay. It's not Haven. Okay.
No. His first name isn't Fall. Although that would make sense based on how fast he died.
Shut up.
Oh no.
Go about it.
Not me being mid-chew hearing that.
Hi, Alan. How's it going? Also, hi, Alan.
The gentleman who's kind of helping us around, at least to start with, is a guy named Geralt. Spelled with a J as in James.
Mm.
And these guys are pretty, these guys don't really have a whole lot of, pushing power, so to say. They're not very particular strong or trained.
Yeah, everyone in the town is, like, dead. 20 people left in the entire town. None of them are fighters. Yeah, no, it's fucking... I hate Ramu's bad luck. Literally the day before arriving, people set off to do a great adventure to try and leave, and they got all massacred.
Yep. We did have a couple ideas of how we potentially wanted to handle this. I don't know if anyone thought about it even further than that.
Yeah.
But essentially, some things to make note of is we know that there's something sketchy in the water, meaning water boat travel. It's pretty not realistic. We could theoretically exfil everyone within, what was it, like 3 days?
I think so, yeah. 2.5. Fasadara.
Nice amount of days. Kiona is kind of a place that we could also walk to. Flying to Kiona, we were warned against it because of quote unquote wind gusts, quote unquote.
Interesting.
We also heard that they had another plucky amount of adventure here recently who went off to Kiona to solve the problem, and they have never heard from him since.
I don't remember that part.
They mentioned some guy who claimed to be a master of wind, and I don't want him to be anything but an adventurer.
I'm pretty sure he was from the town, wasn't he?
They meant he was like, you can't get over there unless you're like a master of wind. Oh, by the way, there was someone who like claimed to be a master of wind. He went over there, but we haven't seen him ever again. He immediately caught my eye as a quote unquote plot point.
Recruitable summon.
He looks like a recruitable summon.
Recruitable summon.
The other contrary is he's just dead.
Oh.
Because he went to Kiona to solve the problem, and all the vampires ate him.
Yeah, he was able to like fly across there perfectly fine.
That's probably all he accomplished. There was a couple ideas on whether or not we should move in packs. One of the ideas was to send Nina to Kiona to spy with Ryu in case she gets shot out of the sky. While leaving Roman and Esmeralda here with the Scrub Lords in order to try and whip them into shape. Gakuatsu will be here too, but he's a Golan, he doesn't matter.
He's a Golan.
So there's that idea. You guys can go on your massive adventure and leave the babysitting to Roman and Gaku.
I don't.
Which theoretically they're not going to attack Tranba because they already recently have.
And they said it takes about a week's time.
Yes. So you guys can definitely go scout and get back. On the contrary,
is this the same night? I'd try it if it's the same night. Or sorry, what's the contrary? I'm sorry.
On the contrary, us making super huge splashes immediately out of the gate, could change Kiona's perspective.
Yeah. Also, I want to be able to keep the carpet a secret to fly everyone out to Fasadara as well.
So it would probably be best if you and Ryu took the Kiona route by land.
No, don't you mean by water?
No, we don't. The water, there's something in the water.
Yeah, but if we fly high enough up, it shouldn't be able to get us.
Well, that was a statement of don't want to use it. Thank you.
Oh. Is it the wind gusts over the lake too, or just towards Kiona? Because that actually might be a good idea. The water. Flying over the water, rather. I was just asking about the wind gusts. I think. Go AFK'd. AFK Arena! Just kidding.
I feel like... I mean... Does wind get more unstable the higher you go?
I don't know. Turbulence. I think that's the hard part. It's unpredictable for the most part.
Sorry about that.
No,
the wind gusts, we only... all this information we've heard right now is word of mouth.
True. Okay, true.
If
Can
you want to
Gaku?
avoid using the carpet, it's walking, or deal with the boat.
Okay. How about, is this still the night of?
Yeah, we're gonna be moving into morning here soon.
Okay. How about, what if? Oh gosh, this is going to be. I'm going to regret this so much. What if? Okay, if you guys want to scout Kiona that bad, how about um, Odamu, Nina? Oh gosh, Roman and prisoner scout Kiona. Gakuwatsu starts flying to Fasadara because I think he's smart enough to know maps, and I think Varsuvius likes him enough. Yeah,
He
that's
took
my.
a
Uh,
surprising amount of,
Sorry.
he took a surprising amount of like from Vesuvius.
Oh, good. I had a vibe. I had a vibe. Cause
the only problem is that if we do it not on carpet, walking from Tramba to Kiona, we could get ambushed by vampires. And it's more than a day to walk to Kiona, right?
oh, okay. But I thought the idea is to like distract while they evacuate, or no?
The only problem with that is we won't be able to do it in a single night. Where if they did even kill us or attack us, then pretty much they're gonna be they aren't gonna be able to get like. In my mind, we are not gonna be able to get them out in time. We have to deal with the threat first before we try and get people out to Fastdara or Yukan or anywhere else.
Mm, but what does dealing with can you elaborate on what you mean by dealing with a threat? Like kill
Like,
them all?
deal with whatever is controlling things, the things at the top. I have the feeling that if you get rid of the person at the top, everyone else is gonna go into chaos, as there might be some attacks on Tranba. That's why we leave Gakuratsu behind to deal with the defense and fortification.
Mm, I think.
And then you
Well,
also have the other lady, what's her face, defending
as
it as well.
mm, uh, I think. Well, I could see the validity of that if we had the. So, are you talking? This isn't even a recon mission. This is like a dive straight into assassination thing. Because I could see the viability of that if, like, we knew if there was a target as you described.
It should be a
Um,
recon thing, but Odamu is expecting it to turn into an assassination.
uh, I rather, uh,
But in the end, an assassination will probably have to take place.
I think, isn't there a chance of like that just stirring up the hive even more and like them kind of going into a wild mob instead of like being controlled? Because like a week's timing is very calculated and like controlled for the most part. The best case scenario is if we kill the head of this thing, that they best case scenario they all like humanize and like uncontrolled. But if there's no queen bee, what would be stopping them from just like going out of line, you know? But I don't know.
The thing that's going to be different is they're probably all going to be recalled to Kiona. They might go wild, but at the same time, wild like a wild version is gonna be easier to deal with than a controlled military version.
Interesting.
If one sees a group of people, not all of them are going to wait and swarm them together.
Mm-hmm. I
They will
think,
not have any need to. They won't be watching over us in order to, flank and kill us if we start running away to Fasadar.
but isn't that the can't that same be argued for like going towards Kiona? Like we'd be going into where they have the highest advantage and they'd have to play defense, and there's nothing stopping them from like if your fear is them detecting us while we travel to Fasadara, That means they'd be equally capable of doing that, like going to Kiona, right? You
So you're
know?
saying if we go to Kiona, they might attack Tranba?
I think, well, if your fear is that they're going to have the drop on us by going to Kiona, the advantage is greater if we go to Kiona rather than if we like leave Tranba. I have high doubts of them being capable of detecting what we're doing because like they needed physical drones in a way, like human people to come and scout it out in the form of the pretty girls. And I think that would be easy detectable enough. And also they don't know that we have any flying devices at all, which is our biggest advantage because they know Tranba's trap. They know these people can't go through the rough southern road. They know they can't go into the water because of what's in it, and they know that these people are too vulnerable in the mountain ranges on foot too. So I don't want to spend the ace like right off the bat unless we could guarantee not getting caught. Because I think in terms of either way, even if we did kill everything, we'd have to be rushing back to Tranba and be like, "Oh, hey, we like literally kicked the hornet's nest. They're coming." We'd have to bunker down instead of like guaranteeing at least a few people being alive on the way to Fasadara. I feel at least that's what I'm personally feeling like strategically. Um,
The only problem with that is that we do not know how they're watching. We don't know how close they are. We don't know if they've already seen us walk into town with the flying carpet.
I haven't been using the flying except for
No, we
maybe
use the flying
using it
carpet
as
to
a
transport
gurney
the one
for
dude.
I used it as a gurney for the dead body. But besides that, I think we haven't really made any splashes or waves at all. Like no one knows that we're significant, you know? I think we gotta use this is a spy thing, but we gotta use a lot of their assumptions to our favor in a way. Because we didn't kill anything. We only one that actually sticks out of all of us is Esmeralda. And I think like my plan is to maybe get Gakuwatsu to do the flights while we do the defenses for Tranba. And like since we are the highest like perceiving characters, I feel like we'd be able to detect if they're detecting before I feel like we'd get the drop on them in the safety of a defensible location. At least that's what I'm
Except we
thinking.
are in a losing position defending. We cannot defend against all of them because we are like four combat people versus like a wave of enemies.
Hmm. My main thing, what I was thinking for defense is, I could probably get like 2 hours, a guaranteed 2 hours, possibly 3 hours, depending on if my trick works, of pass without a trace. It's a 30-foot radius, and I think that might be enough to hide 20-ish people. I think we just have to like make distractions and create the illusion that we have left Tranba, or even if they do come, we'd just be like hiding rather than actually confronting. Like we just need them to leave Tranba alone for the first couple of nights. And I don't know how much time. I think 2 hours might be plenty of time to hide in Tranba. The worst case scenario is if they just like started using it as lodging and stuff. But even then, it sounds like they do have like a queen to feed or report back to in Kiona, because they haven't taken any territory so far. They've just hunted and gathered and returned. But at least those were my thoughts at least. But I just don't know. Like my approach is trying to avoid a fight as much as possible. I think that's been a goal of mine in making these plans. So but if we are going into combat, I rather we have the advantage instead of like I don't know, going into. But I know there's that theme of striking while the iron's hot and stuff though. So I'm just kind of struggling. I'm struggling as my character in his TJ because that's a lot of it. I'm trying not to be the cause of death, so I think that all my plans have been like, yes, not fighting. This is great. I'm sorry. Character.
Yeah, and like The only problem is that if we hesitate now and take a risk on keeping everyone alive, it would be wonderful. I would take it in a heartbeat if it was confirmed to keep everyone safe. But if we do that, we may lose our opportunity and our chance to go to Kiona. The longer we stick around in Tranba and the longer we try and save people, the more chances they have to learn about us, or perhaps kill one of us, like Roman, Gakuratsu, or, well, Esmeralda. Even just one of, like, probably just mainly Roman and Gakuratsu, who are probably a lot more squish.
We don't really have any guarantees of us being safe, though, by, like, 4 people flying to Kiona, though, right?
That's why it's going to be you and me, and essentially it is planned to be a scouting mission. I
Okay.
am kind of against a scouting mission because
But it was your idea. What do you mean?
I want to do the assassination.
Okay.
But
All
at the
right.
same time, we should probably do the scouting just so we have an idea. We can see if the sun kills them or not. But I want, realistically, if it's an assassination, it should be you and me. Esmeralda needs to stay behind the base and protect them with her long-range magics.
All right. Yeah. Let's just RP this then. Okay. Yeah, I want to hear the words Odamu wants to go on an assassination mission from Odamu, because that's just juicy. That might be enough.
Alright, I assume there's been... Justin, tell us where we pick up, but I assume all the conversation of, like, the 2 different plans have been just conversated between us.
And we buried Fallhaven as well, right?
I hope so.
This is taking place after the point that Fallhaven is going to have been buried. You're probably, give or take, about an hour out from sunrise. The strain of going all night isn't particularly bad, but we definitely have bunkered down within our little tiny Tranba. We have known, and we've talked a little bit about the options of evacuating people. We've talked about the little bit of the idea of scouting, but we haven't assigned faces or names or anything. Because I figured you guys wanted to do that in person. Because it's juicier there.
Also, hold on. I'm missing some spell slots too, so this might get really weird timing wise.
Don't worry, we'll RP it in game.
Okay.
I think it's about time we lock in what our plan is going to be.
Just make eye contact with everyone in the conversation. It's just our party, right? Freaking Gerald's not here listening again, is he?
No. Gerald
What?
is a little further away. We're still fairly close to the actual group. Just because marching off too far.
Odamu has no problem with them listening in.
We're not too far away. We're close enough that if they start getting mauled by a bear, we can jump.
I wish we could do your plan, but I just don't think there's enough time.
Oh?
Especially because we need to rest today.
And you would have had us leave 8 hours from now? You and me flying to Kiona all by ourselves. To accomplish what exactly?
Lay down the groundworks. Scout it out. And if we see an opportunity, we'll strike there and then.
At the cost of our own lives?
I hope not. But for me, I'd rather risk my own life than risk theirs in a mission that might not work. I have
Feeling a
faith in
little,
my own abilities, and I have faith in yours, Nina.
feeling a little too free and gambling mind there, Odamu. I'm not some
What?
new monk anymore. Feeling a little too free and gambling my life, Odamu. I'm not one of your students anymore.
I know you aren't. But I still believe that you are capable. In the end, if you say no to this plan, then it can't go through.
Whew. Still think. Hmm. How about you said it's inevitable that we rest anyway. Is that correct? We both agree?
Nods.
In that case, during that rest, once have Gakuatsu fly out, I don't know, a couple of civilians at least to Fasadara. That way he could get a lay of the land, get word out of what's happening. That way, their only escape. That way, if we go once he comes back, we go, and that if we do fail, they won't be here all alone with no one knowing.
Gakuratsu needs his rest too.
It looks pretty fine to me.
I'm starting to reach my limits from travel.
Ah, aren't we all?
Besides, that brings up an interesting idea.
Hmm?
We've covered. These creatures don't seem to strike during the day. Something, perhaps, they are nocturnal. I was thinking, what if we could use different deterrents, such as sound and light, in order to try and dissuade them?
Yes.
They have a reason for avoiding the light, and most creatures that stay at night, that tends to be because their eyes are more adept to gathering light. Helps them see. Their ears are more acquainted to the subtle sounds.
Do you think you
Perhaps
can?
going on a scouting mission during the day, or at least making sure you're in Kiona when it's daytime. I think with our next rest here, we should swap our sleep schedules to half and half. Have some of us operate in the days, and have some of us operate in the nights. But we'll need a couple hours in order to adjust to that.
Hmm.
I believe if you, Nina, and Ryusuke. God damn, I forgot he did that. If you two try and adapt to day life, or readapt, that might give you an edge against them. I can stay behind with Roman and Esmeralda here. We can start building some sort of fortifications. I think your scouting and our hunkering down will definitely start to stir them. But if you keep Varsuvius with you, it'll mean an out. I can deduce that they can travel at around 60 feet. Double the speed of a man. But Varsuvius, he can near match that. Should they try and attack the town from that point, they don't have any way of quick communication. you'll be able to get back, I suspect, faster than they will. Hopefully by that point, we'll have put together a couple articles to help dissuade them. I feel like we shouldn't start exhaling people until we've confirmed the hostile intent from them further. Right now, they only have reason to attack meticulously. Once per week. We might as well get as much as we can in before we incur them to attack faster. If they're going to attack faster anyways in the end, it'd be good to learn as much as we could.
Be much easier if you guys had your own flying carpets. All right.
I do suggest that you walk there, though. Leave Vesuvius as an escape exit. I think keeping Vesuvius as a hidden card, or at least more hidden. You're very much right about that. These creatures had some sort of flap-like wings, nothing that they could fly with. But glide, on the other hand, I wonder.
You know, you pick some smart friends, Odamu. So, is it this morning that we scout or the next morning?
Walking is going to be like 2 days to get there. You can't get to Kiona in a day.
But are we departing this morning or like tomorrow is what I'm asking.
From what Gaku was saying, I think the answer's tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
Tomorrow.
You rest throughout the day, sleep throughout the night, then you guys get up in the morning.
Okay.
We need to get a rest too. Pushing forward on unclear minds is going to be a bit too dangerous.
Alright. Hey, Gakuatsu, I think you're on the right trail of finding ways to overwhelm their senses. You should ask around if they have any perfumes or, I don't know, butchers. Distract them with blood, overwhelm them with perfume. Might be a good idea.
I think I'm going to take a few extra precautions as well. Everyone here seems to be on high alert. I think it wouldn't be too bad to distract them as well, so they can rest without having the fear of death entirely on their spines.
I'll do what I can do to lift their spirits as well. Gotta make sure they have a good meal in them after all.
By the way, make sure you patch up your clothes. Don't want any of it snagging off and leaving evidence of our trail. Okay, Odamu?
I can
remember
see what I can forage here.
Good. Eventually, I think I'll like to have a conversation with Roman before I go, but before, I guess, are me and Odamu about to go to sleep, or no, we stay up?
You guys are going to be doing light activity and then sleeping during the night, assuming you want to follow Gakuatsu's plan of the half and half.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll make sure she needs to do her morning like meditation and stretches. Just
Yeah,
Yes.
we just
Say
have
hi
to
to the
be. We just have to be careful at nighttime and just like find the best hiding spots.
Okay.
I gotta give credit to Gakuatsu's considerate nature.
Yeah, that was very diplomatic.
Not only that, but he actively decided to put the two people who both work the best and favor the best towards the sun in the day. He could have straight up been like, yo, you guys go at night so you travel safe. He could have argued that in any way you wanted. But I think you wanted Nina to be in the sun.
Aww.
That's how I interpret it, because he's still the fifth romantic interest.
Oh my gosh, she's obsessed.
But yeah, we'll get you a conversation with Roman because he's doing night squad when they wake up. Right before you go to bed.
Cool.
We'll give Roman the ability to sleep on whatever he's contemplating.
Yeah.
Roman thinks a lot. His evil mind. He's just thinking of how to betray us faster because he's the Golan.
He's a Golan, and I wouldn't be able to stop it. Ugh.
Roman, put your form back together. We're going.
Put your face together, honey. Your goo is showing.
He's clearly a demon. No, he's Roman.
Oh, how dare you? It's just some bedhead. His face is melting.
It's a really bad goal.
I also like to run an insight on the people here because I think that's important. 12. Like general dispositions, and also making sure to interview them of anyone's experiences with the monsters. And I'll run a religion afterwards as well after talking to them, just to kind of get a clue of what some weaknesses might be. Oh geez. 6. Get all the bad rolls out now, I guess.
These guys, at least the majority of them, have a pretty fair poker face on. They're trying to act tough, but they're also too tired not to act tough. They're doing very well. Those who are still here aren't completely injured within a point of their life. They're all healthy, at least healthier. You would say that they're pretty fit. Most of their fatigue is emotional. They're not good fighters. But you get the idea if these things come in, these bloodsuckers, they kind of just jump a guy and he's dead. They don't worry about making some grand Odelio fight. So that makes sense why most of these guys aren't injured. They're not particularly good looking, so you don't see why pretty monsters would want. Well, that's exactly why pretty monsters would want to hit them. A lot of these people tend to have a strong disposition.
Do I know if I'll be able to get the effects of a long rest based on the sleep regimen we're doing?
You will, because when it comes to nightfall, you will be resting. But at the current moment, you do not have one.
Okay. All right. For this
as
last
long as you
one,
don't overactive yourself,
okay,
you shouldn't exhaust.
All right. This will probably be the last intense thing that I do before the long rest. I'm going to do an insight check with a particular intention of finding any spies, whether for Kiona or just like anyone who's not who's presenting a false nature in general. And to do that, I'm going to cast enhance ability wisdom. So for the advantage for an hour, I believe. And let's find some plot. Oh gosh.
Screw it, enhance ability, am I right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Jeez. All right, espionage stuff that I have talents in.
Tranba? As a town, has an entire secret agenda. fundamentally the most secret agenda you'll ever even think of.
No
The
way.
entire purpose of this town being here, its people being here, this is some like deep government conspiracy nonsense town.
No way. What?
Everyone here is something beyond whatever they look like they are. It doesn't look like this place does farming or fishing. It looks like Tranba's like some sort of government-based intelligence hub.
Jeez.
The people here, each one of them is freaking loaded in secrets and a partial deception. They're hiding something big. And while they are technically worried for their life, a lot of the people here are very much not. It looks like people who are content to meet their end, not like on the verge of death, not like they're ready to die. But you would almost classify it as some sort of like an honorable servant. Someone who would rather die than loose their lips over something. None of these people are trained worth anything. But specimen-wise, they're a lot stronger than they put off. And at the very bare minimum, they've been trained to look like normal people. Not only that, they kind of pick up on Nina.
Oh crap.
Not all of them, just some of them.
Oh crap.
It's when they pick up on Nina that most of them kind of leave, hinting that they know something. And they know that Nina's poking and prodding. There's a certain weariness on a good few of them that make it seem like Nina is more of an enemy, but not for the current thing that they're doing.
It's too late to deception, isn't it?
There is a passive in there, but skill-wise, yes.
Okay.
Skill-wise, they very much are aware of Nina's inquisitive nature. Fairly early on. If some of them were warned, you have no doubt that everyone's in on this conspiracy.
Jeez.
You have no doubt at all. Tranba is too small of a town even with all of its population. But Nina has been flagged as she may be here to save us from the vampires, but she may be an operative from a different province trying to steal our secret documents or something.
Oh jeez.
There's a lot going on in Tramba. But
Okay.
for the time being, I forgot to grab water. I'm gonna go get some.
Do it.
Aye. Man, that's important information to know.
Jeez. I thought there might be a secret vampire, but I didn't expect to frickin' the CIA. Jeez, the feds. Yeah, we'll have some conversation. Oh my gosh, we're leaving Roman with the feds. Oh my gosh, there's so many secrets. I don't even know if I should tell people because then, but I should. No, if Roman digs, that's gonna seal his fate. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I can actually. Hi. Oh. I'm just like so used to the story mode. I've just been like, oh wow, D&D story mode.
Story mode. Oh.
Oh golly. Oh, freaking vampires. Glen eyes? Gain eyes? Gain eyes. Oh. Oh golly. Oh, we're gonna die here, by the way. I don't have much faith, TJ.
Why, bro? Why did you suggest this plan?
Of course I did. That's Odamu's plan. It's not my
Ah!
plan.
Oh my gosh.
You think I control that guy? Nah.
You literally control this guy.
Nah, he's
Oh.
crazy. He's doing whatever he wants.
Why?
I don't have faith in killing a fucking vampire at level 5.
Oh my gosh.
I'm hoping to negotiate with it, but Odamu's not gonna say that.
Okay.
We're literally going off in the night, or like we're sleeping during the night. The last time we got attacked and ambushed. We don't have the spell alarm.
Why do you suggest these things? Why? Oh, jeez. No! Alright,
Listen,
well, I guess
just because we die and we lose the game, it's fine.
No, you stop trying to fit in! Stop trying to end the generation! Let it be my fault. Stay in your lane!
No, you're gonna end it. I shouldn't have said anything because now that I say it, we weren't gonna die, but now you're gonna do a suicide play. I'm not trying to kill us, it's just that I have a really self-doubt. I have a lot of self-doubt.
Gosh. Oh, jeez.
I'm glad you fired up the oven, Snow. I don't know what... I like Snorge. Snorge is a good name.
Ugh.
How? I mean, like, where is... How many of the vampires are there? Listen, we got... Like, we could always just leave. But nah. We're screwed. But, like, what's the secret government plan? It has to be with us, right? TJ, are you still there? Oh, TJ's a BRB. No, horns are not good fire starters. You and your compliments. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just like sitting here. I'm like playing D&D. Wait, okay, like if you don't like Snorge, I love Snorge. Snorge is so good. Snow, if you do not like Snorge, should I stop saying it? I mean. Oh, you're threading my horns. Okay, we'll see. Oh, okay, I see. So I'm gonna take that as a no for the Snorge. I'm gonna just pencil that in and say, like, Snorge, bad idea.
Maybe a bad idea? I don't know what we're talking about. What happened? Where's Rachel?
Sergeant Snow plus together is Snorge. And I'm like, Snorge is a great name. Wow, Snorge is best.
Snorge. So, you think the secret government conspiracy is where all our magic items are?
Whoa, maybe. I was saying that I think we're gonna die.
Oh, probably.
TJ was like, why are we doing this then? I'm like, we're just gonna die. You think I have faith in this? No, that was crazy. Do elves bows burn good? Yes, elves bows do burn good, I assume. Right, Justin? You know this better than me.
Alright, what are we
Just like
burning?
do elf bows burn good?
Why do I have an answer for that?
Of course you do.
No, but why do I have an answer for that?
You have an answer to does Pepsi kill goblins, and it's yes.
Yeah, but I had to search that up.
You searched
And
many things up.
Yes, they burn better than normal bones, but no, they don't really burn. They're a lot easier, they're a lot easier to ground up because they're lighter. They're also more of a kind of weird hollowy kind of thing, and they're pretty bad for making weapons out of. But I mean, you can make really nice sewing sets and stuff out of them. They make good needles. They're very breaky though. Some of them are pretty bendy. A lot of them can be used for little tiny things because of their Fey ancestry. Because of their Fey ancestry, if you take like a fairy and you gut it, they're the perfect thing for like making little like quills and like sewing materials.
There we go.
Yeah, Pepsi kills goblins because they can't actually take the sugar content. So like 2 cans essentially totals a goblin. 1 can completely just kind of put it into like diabetic shock essentially. It congeals their blood, essentially like getting it all weird. Will just cause it to break their heart. Yeah. Don't feed goblins Pepsi. They also don't like the taste of it. Goblins tend not to like the taste of pop or anything. Or any like high sugar stuff. So I relate. But they get easily addicted to it, so they can just straight up kill themselves.
Are you
Hello.
a goblin?
No.
Hi,
No, I'm
welcome
not.
back.
Wait, who's a goblin? Goblin.
Yeah. So it also doesn't help the fact that they're smaller than most people. So like
It takes
it was
less
a very
to
it
kill
was
them.
people. This is a server answer. Keep in mind as well. A lot of people in the server probably couldn't nicely do a can of Pepsi, but if we just extrapolate that further and just assume real world goblin probably would be able to drink more sugar. But there's a lot of sugar in a can of Pepsi.
However, in my games, Pepsi goblins will be dead.
Now let's make these goblins good!
Good.
Because of that reason. Only dead goblins, good goblins. So good goblins, dead goblin.
So let's make these goblins good.
Good. I'm glad you know the sound effect. We're all back?
That was just such a good line, man.
Yeah. It is a good line. True to life.
Alright. So did you guys decide on how you wanted to commit Sudoku?
I think TJ wants to talk to somebody about the new revelation of everyone's a spy.
And that revelation that Raylan doesn't even like their own plan.
I don't like any plan here.
Why?
You think I want to be here? No, I want to just get the heck out.
Why did you say that if that's what you wanted then?
Because
That's
Odamu can't. Odamu's
That's
never gonna follow that. He's gonna be like, nah.
Jeez. Oh my
Ran
gosh. This is
That's a-
literally... there's
that's a-
2 kittens in this box. One's name is Raylan, the other name is Odamu. The other one thinks is a kitten, but it's actually a tiger cub. And I'm just trying to wrangle them in this box.
Hi, Master Blast. Oh, golly, yep.
Yeah. Ranlan's desire is not to be anywhere near this situation. Odamu's like, let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
what if...
Take the Nina option.
What? Okay, so we just leave them to die and we fly out of here?
No, Odamu's not gonna do that.
Well, Well, go. Well, really, you don't tell me Raylan's intentions. I don't have to tell you Nina's intentions.
What are you talking about? I care about the character intentions. The character intentions are more important than mine. I'm not gonna metagame.
Oh, this is fun. Okay. Well,
Someone asked Roman his intentions.
sorry, I can't leave Roman here. Ah! Okay, so right now, either way, we're in the center of a black hole, and we're just trying to get out. That's it. That's it. So we can't save everybody, especially if they're government spies. But I don't know how to navigate this.
Because they're government spies doesn't mean they're evil.
Oh damn! Wait, you got a point.
Just because these people are government spies doesn't mean they're like out to kill like Ryu. That just means they're like they're eye citizens who are tasked with some crazy nonsense job, probably like feeding goblins Pepsi. Like, just because these guys have secrets doesn't mean the secrets are immediately to kill us, unless it does.
I'm gonna do something bad. I'm so sorry. Oh jeez. The second
I
most
knew you were gonna do it. I told you. I was gonna say my like concerns, and then you're gonna kill us all. I knew this was gonna happen.
I'm gonna use the second most evil spell. Charm person. Do I get the sense of the person that's most impressionable in this place?
Roman.
Okay, well, that is a government spy. Roman. That is a government spy and not my son. Roman.
Fred put up a really good point. Not all of the government is bad, so these people are definitely evil.
I just need a little sip of. Oh, you know what? I should do it right before we leave. Actually, that's when I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna isolate someone.
No. I want to
What?
bring up something. You do it now. You leave. The other people might be pissed that you did it and left, and there's Roman there undefended.
So if I do it now, what happens? What changes?
You're there to deal with it.
Oh. No,
If
You're
you,
there
throw,
to
if,
be
you
like-
throw a brick, if you throw a brick at a church window and you leave Roman behind, at least you,
but it'd be funny. I'm sorry.
teaching
All
him
right, guys,
responsibility.
hold on. The generation doesn't end if I die. I just realized that the power is going straight to my head.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hate to say it.
jeez.
It's a learning experience for Roman. Dealing with an angry mob. With one person who doesn't speak
Roman
English.
has dealt with too many learning experiences. If we weren't in the middle of a vampire apocalypse, I would absolutely agree.
I'm going. Who seems? Is there anyone in the town that actually seems like susceptible to?
Who has
am I-
low wisdom?
Yeah, am I clocking anyone who would be like an easy target to charm and extract information out of through charm person?
Gerald.
Classic. The face. Got it. Gerald, you're not busy right now, are you? Has he clocked me?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry baby.
What's up? I thought you would have been sleeping by now.
Oh, I just had
He
a lot of...
adjusts a sun hat over his eyes.
Was he sleeping?
It looks like this man may have been sleeping. He's trying not to project that, though.
Okay. Oh boy, time to... Are we alone?
No, there's a couple guys nearby.
How many?
2.
Um,
They seem to be the active watch force. It's just Gerald who's taken the sleep deprivation to do a hardy job.
Would I be able to talk to you in private?
Ha!
We only do packs of 2 around here, so.
You and me.
Boys, I'm gonna take a little bit of a breather. Don't think we didn't see you sleeping earlier. You've been taking a breather for the last couple hours, eh? uh, he leads Nina over to a little pen where it looks like they would have kept, presumably, fowl. They're still within sightline of a couple people, but it's off to their own.
Okay. Verbal and somatic are the components, so. Wait, how many people are watching right now?
There's the 2. They're still within sightline of the 2 guys that you were with.
Would they be able to hear mainly?
No,
Okay.
they're not even constantly looking the entire time.
Okay, I'm
So-
timing it perfectly. To sleight of hand me casting charm person, and I kind of just like, hey, I just want to say thank you so much for taking us in, and I kind of just like rub the side of his bicep, and that's me casting charm person. Let me get the. I'm blowing this up. I'm so sorry.
Hey, I just
plus
wanted to get some time to know you.
D7. D7. Sorry, D20 plus 7.
Oh, let me romance you, just like how, like, you know, those vampires romanced you.
And the hand touching his arm is the one away from the other people for my casting. DC 16.
Oh, you know, blush.
So here's my game plan. So this is in Nina's head. I'm going to use half an hour just to I'm going to use half an hour just to get the information out. The other half, or maybe the last 10 minutes possibly, I'm going to use to convince him to go back to bed and perform, since I have advantage on charisma checks, to lullaby him to sleep. So there's a good chance he'll think it's a dream instead of me actually him. I'm trying to really muddle the part where it says the creature knows it was charmed by you. I'm just going to make him think like, even if it was a charm, I just kind of like helped him sleep a lot better by the end of it. So that timing is in her head. That's the scam that she's going to be running. It's so I'm going to use thaumaturgy to affect my voice to kind of feel like really low and rumbly and like really soothing as well. So it almost feels like a dream like kind of feeling. Hey Gerald, I've been really curious about the government, what your operation here was really about. I'm just so curious. It would actually bring me a lot of peace of mind if you told me.
That's he like darts his eyes off. You know, there's not a whole lot going on here.
And I kind of just gently guide his face with my hand to face my eyes, and my eyes with thaumaturgy kind of turn into this like kind of like swirling aurora, pink aurora color. Just kind of looks really. It's almost like he's tripping out, kind of thing. Oh no, it sounds. I think you would only be attached to the most important of assignments. After all, you have such immeasurable character. I just want to be able to help the best way I can.
You look like a demon.
No, this is a dream.
He's perfectly aware. Okay, so I'm not gonna interrupt you. Good luck. Bye.
Bye.
It was we just had oddities here. Strange people, you know. We looked after them, but it wasn't a government thing. No. It was just special people. You
Um,
know. That's not very interesting to tell me.
from
Nina, you're a son girl, right?
I directed his face with my hand, and my fingers kind of like lightly caress down his neck, and then like hold the side of his shoulder, kind of flirtily. Hey, I love that you say that you guys take care of people. Not a lot of people do that. I think you have to have a special kind of heart. And my hand kind of like caresses where his heart is. What kind of people do you protect? You protect other sun people? And then I lift my hand off because I don't want to overdo it. Am I making him blush?
This man is being flirted with by someone probably damn near close to 12 to 15 years younger than him. He is definitely oversold.
Okay, I'll stop making my eyes weird. All right, give me the information, old man. Just kidding. Can you imagine that's all I needed? No, I don't say that, but that was TJ.
Well, he grazes his hands near your waist.
All right, I look comfortable.
There is some people they've been, how to say, blessed with unexplainable things. Some people who might be dangerous. You know, things that you can't even really imagine. Weird features that defy nature and logic.
Like those bad things?
Not like those demons, no. People who can see into your mind like open books, or who can move things with their very thoughts.
Psionic camp. Crap. Okay. Got it.
A lot of them tend to go loopy. Go crazy. They're a danger to everyone around them, but we try and help them fit into society here.
So I'm getting the sense this was kind of like a Professor X camp in a way. And they tried to integrate them. They took, oh my gosh, that's how they're hive minding. Some rogue psychic is hive minding these creatures, or they're using, or their psionics is at play. Oh gosh.
Hey, old man! Nina's cut off at the 10-minute mark.
Hey, let's go get you back to rest. I'll sing you a song. You know, you remind me of. I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but you really remind me of one of my first crushes, and I couldn't help myself. How about I sing you to sleep? And yeah, we go towards the person calling. I'm assuming is their unit, so we could get him back to rest.
That'd be good.
Who is the person calling?
One of the guards from before.
Okay.
Don't look so ditzy. We got one of them on the front yard. They're watching us. He is very flushed. It looks a little bit out of it.
Let's go check it out. Oh, I'm cutting this so close. And I'm just gonna start singing anyway. Anyways, this is the lullaby that I would have sang. And
TJ, there's one on the front lawn. There's a vampire.
that's fine. I'm just gonna start humming. It's okay. It won't be a big show, but I just need to. I'm trying to hypnotize this person. Oh gosh. I'm getting us killed. I'm so sorry.
TJ, you're a vampire right now. There's a vampire in the front lawn, and it's you.
You gotta fight fire with fire. You gotta fight Li Ming with Li Ming, okay?
You're not fighting Li Ming right now. You're fighting the people who are being blasted by Li Ming.
Okay. Anyways,
This is your own team. you turned friendly fire on us, blasting your own towers with
Not
Li
friendly
Ming.
fire. These people don't mean anything to us.
These are your minions.
And just like a soft kind of melody as it transitions to real life, slowly but slowly. I just want it to be just a really trippy experience, so that he kind of gets like gaslit into asking himself if that was real or not. And then
And then run.
and then eventually, once I know his attention's on what's in front of him instead of me, I'm going to reaction stealth with my cloak to disappear, and then I'm gonna go back to my place as if I was sleeping the entire time.
Roll a stealth.
That's the plan, but we'll see what's happening on the lawn. I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna wait for the time to run out. I can't believe we're talking for that long. That's so funny.
10 minutes.
Yep.
This is 10 minutes into the spell.
Oh, that's only 10 minutes in? I
This
thought it
is
was 10
only
minutes
10
left.
minutes in.
Oh, okay, no, I'm still using this, though. We're juicing this. Let's go check it out. Oh, gosh, okay.
When he gets up to the gentleman, he just straight up gets backhanded.
Oh, that is my cue to leave, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know.
There's a bigger threat right now. Y'all
Okay.
are concerned about.
Okay.
Whoa, what? Vampire! The spell ends.
Okay, got it.
Where? Right there. You ditzy-headed fool. And you! Don't try and pull anything like whatever you just did. We got enough problems on our plate at the moment.
Nah.
You got scolding, that's it. These people are more concerned about the immediate threat of
Got it.
vampire.
Not me loading up another charm person against the other guy. I'm joking. I'm not.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
There is indeed. Nina can catch sight of one of the gray guys. They're just hiding within a couple bits of trees in the far distance. You can see their eyes kind of glinting a little bit.
This is during daylight.
This is during
Yeah.
daylight.
Okay.
But
Meaning if we were evacuating, they would have seen it.
Well, I would have been very stealthy about it. I would have burnt past without a trace. But yeah.
it definitely seems to be watching. As one of the guys picks up a stick and just seems to wave it sporadically at him.
We could try trapping it. I'm pretty good bait.
Time
This
to get a
one's-
party together and assassinate. No, we need to sleep.
This one's doing a head count. He's doing a head count of the ones of us that are left. They just had a massive killing the other night.
Do we have walls or no?
Not really. We have these weird little fence things that are in places. They could come in from any angle of this place.
Is Odamu Ryo nearby?
Nearby, within 300 feet.
Oh gosh. Okay, never mind.
Once he's done counting, he'll leave, but we still want to at least give a bit of a presence. Yeah. These guys, whatever these monsters are, they're smart, if that.
Do you think they're being controlled? Like a hive mind? Any signs of that?
Wouldn't know.
Has anyone accomplished in taking one down?
No. That's probably the same one that's been harvesting us for the last little while. Him and a couple of his friends. They act more like animals, like wolves or something. No, they're like wolverbores.
Pack animals, huh?
Pack animals that are smart enough to leave the rest of the pack for backup. Usually it only takes one. But you can see them in the forest. You can see them in the lines hiding on buildings. If we get a little too zealous.
Oh, jeez. That was an inside check. That was a 10 on the thing. I'm wondering if there was like any chance that it gained consciousness and it thinks this is its home and it's just confused, but I don't know. I don't think I'll get the read.
This thing is focused on Nina. When Nina takes full attention of it, it almost looks like it delivers a bit of a curtsy before jumping off into the rest of the shadows.
While it was kind of regarding me, I kind of taunted it by like exposing my neck and then like running my middle finger along the length of it. Did I just curtsy?
You're its victim.
Oh, what a flirt. Sorry. Oh, I guess that's the cost of being irresistible. I'd rather it be going after me than any of you. Well, I should go and get some rest. I kind of give Gerald a rub on the between the shoulder blades, walk off.
Leaving the underqualified, underpaid scientists to deal with the crazy supernatural stuff that's being held behind a cage.
Mm-hmm. Now we know what to look for. I'll get Gakuatsu, Roman, and well, whoever's awake really. But I do want to tell Odamu about what this is actually, what Tranba is for, and I'll let him talk to Gakuatsu about it if he needs. But I'll find Odamu.
Deliver that to Adamu, talk to Roman, get some sleep, leave.
Yep.
Yeah, Ryu is still up. He had put together some foodstuffs just in order to try and lift some spirits up. It definitely seemed like people were appreciative. They were pretty hesitant about consuming Odamu's foodstuffs. Apparently, they've rationed food fairly heavily here. So, a little bit of a luxurious feast like this just was a little jarring to them.
Aw,
But it was good enough to lift spirits.
good.
Being well fed is definitely helpful. As Nina comes back from her expedition within the town. Odamu's immediate response and reaction. Just looking at the way she walks. She has something to tell him.
I kind of just plop down, elbow on the table, and then catching my chin with my hand. Having fun? It smells amazing.
So I need the diamond state of mind. Let's go. Okay.
I wish my hero Crimson Inferno was here.
Word. Did someone say that for real?
No.
Oh.
It's good that they get food within themselves.
Lucky them. They get the feast of the eyes by looking at the both of us, and then you feed them with a real feast.
I have nods to that. I'm just like not gonna like.
Nina's done something suspiciously shady.
Do you ever blush? I've been trying, like the entire time I've known you. No, actually, not really, but yeah.
Nina seduced someone.
He just kind of like nods. Like yeah, he blushes.
Oh, you do blush? Oh, there it is. By the way,
he doesn't blush, but he
Oh.
nods as if he does blush.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, I flirted with someone and got information. You want to know what Tranba's really about? And I wait for him to meet my eyes.
Takes a second to do. He probably. Oh no, he does realize that you're waiting for that. So sure, he'll meet your eyes.
All of these people here work for the government. They're in charge of integrating people with unique, sounds like psionic abilities.
Does he know what a scion is?
It's just a catch-22 for undescribed thing.
And you would have gotten the heads up of Sona as well. His exact words were being able to read minds as if they were open books. Actually, something along those lines, but remind you of a certain bloodline? And I kind of look over to where I guess Roman would be, even if I can't see him.
And they've been taking all the professionists, which probably mean the scions then.
That's my guess as well, too.
Hmm?
That's my guess as well, too. I wonder if one of them lost control, ended up manifesting these beasts, or controlling them. But I can't be certain. I just thought you should know.
Safest thing to do is to ask Geralt about it.
Yeah, I've done plenty of asking with Gerald. He's got nice shoulders.
Nina has seduced Gerald in order to get this information.
He's like way older than her.
Yes. Odamu's reminded of a little somebody who will not be mentioned in camp.
Hmm?
Who?
We don't talk about him.
We don't talk about Leon?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel bad for Liam.
The face turned stone cold. What do you mean by that? Go ahead. Elaborate.
Hmm?
Starts
He had
chopping.
quite the crush on you.
Gulps. Starts chopping. Starts chopping vegetables next to you very aggressively.
He's finished cooking already.
Starts stirring food very aggressively. But very controlled. I'm not wasting anything.
That's just gonna go into tomorrow's meal.
You want to talk about it?
Apparently you do.
He nods about that after thinking about that. Yes, I do.
Shoot your shot so I can deflect it.
Did Rio hear what happened or no?
No, not properly. Hey, where's Leo? Yeah, he's not here. By the way, I'm gonna go get drunk at a bar, and Cletus is gonna have a heart attack.
That's exactly what
Where is
happened.
he?
Safe? He's safe. And she's starting to calm down when she says those words.
Did he confess his feelings to you?
I wish. All he did was strap a box to the back of his back while I hugged him. And then, why can't boys just say what they mean? He has this entire time. I just thought it was sarcastic. And it's hilarious coming from Nina.
So you discovered the box before he could say anything, and then he assumed that that was enough to convey his feelings.
Mm-hmm. Nods. One curt nod. He asked me to leave. Leave all of this behind. Being the beacon, my job, Roman, and apparently that's why he didn't ask, because he knew that I couldn't, or that I wouldn't. So we slept together and I said goodbye.
Hodama doesn't understand Nina in the slightest.
Is this good?
You know, that is a good question. He'll reflect on that. Not really, because that was like, he had his feelings. I mean, it depends on if it was consensual. But then again, even if things are consensual, sometimes things can go bad because it's not truly from the inner depth of the heart. Clearly, Nina doesn't regret it, but it's a question whether or not
I just didn't think something.
Leon would regret it of that heartbreaking moment.
I just kind of not used to people actually falling in love with me. I feel like only times people fall in love with me is when I put on a persona or trick them because I want information. And I don't know. I don't know if that was, if it was real. It was horrifying. If it wasn't real, and I got tricked. And if it was real, and he just didn't have the courage to be by my side through all these things, and I don't know, but I don't want him to die either. So I'm glad he's out of my destructive wake. But I miss. He had my back, and I do miss that. I guess. Wipes single tear. And then another comes out like, oh, damn it. But I know
Did
he's
you
safe.
ask him to stay?
Um, I don't. I feel like he would have. I didn't want him to go. I guess I never said the words out loud.
And he never said those words out loud.
Shakes head. Hey, him knowing that he's alive and has the space to go and fall in love with someone who actually deserves him, I think that actually it hurts, but not necessarily happy about it, but I'm at peace with it, you know? It is what it is. And there are some things didn't want to go through, and I would never want to force him to do that. I guess we just didn't work. At least this season. How about you? You ever meet up with that girl that I told you about in Fu? Oh, also I found another person you would actually like. Oh, you guys would totally be in love. Oh, my friend, um, Eno, Kaylee, she's so smart. But you ever find that girl in Fu though?
I'm not sure if I really deserve that girl. At least his love aspect.
I guess we're both the tragic coloner hero types, huh? Go
I
ahead.
mean, what makes somebody worthy? Am I really worthy of love, as you said?
I mean, did you put yourself out there? Did you talk to her?
No, I didn't put myself out there now thinking about it.
Oh,
Felt like I
well,
never had the time.
well, I guess effort's one of the most foremost markers of worthiness. Cries a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm getting this stew all salty. Oh my gosh. Ugh.
If you are crying into the stew, he would absolutely stop you from crying into the stew. He would
Thank
use his
you.
deflect missiles to
Thank
save the
you.
stew.
Please do. Please do. I'm sorry. I'll get away from the food. Anyways, I'm gonna go tell Roman I love him at some point before we possibly die. And I really don't want us to die. I just want us to run away, Odamu. I just want us to run away. But if you
He
think we could do this, and then we could do this, because you're like you're the most luckiest unlucky person I know, and it's gotten us this far. And I'm so sorry. I'm not making you too salty right now. I'm doing it from a distance. You can stop deflecting my tears. Um,
he puts his hands on her shoulders and waits for her to make eye contact.
yeah.
All you need to do of being worthy to love is to go to Leon right now.
Sorry, the face looks like what?
All that you said that I need to do is to put effort, and then I'd become worthy of love.
I
So
mean,
the same goes for you.
it's just a 4 marker. There's a lot more. You want? You are asking me to ditch you, my pseudo son, an alien from a different dimension, and your best friend, and go for some boy?
I'd ask that you'd stay and help deal with the situation first. But if you say that love's more important than life of everyone here at this current situation, then there's nothing I can do to stop you. But after it's over, you should have some free time, no?
If we survive, yeah. Oh no, oh no. There's too many world-ending events. Hey, this is why we're here, right? Like to deal with like world-ending events and like represent the gods and stuff. I think that was another just incompatible facet of our relationship. Like he didn't want me. He got scared about the visions, and he didn't want to. He didn't want to be by my side during that. And this is where I need to be. You know.
Hear those words from himself, because you'll never know until you hear them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just avoid this problem for a little bit longer.
Once
Thanks for
this
the
is over, I'll remind you.
thanks, Adamo. I give you a punch in the shoulder. I feel like this is the most honest I've been with you in a long time. That felt pretty good. So thank you.
I don't like when you're dishonest with me.
I kind of do though, but that's kind of toxic on my end. I'm sorry.
I feel
still-
like you're far more willing to listen to Gakuratsu than me.
Hmm. Oh, is he still mad about that time I interrogated him because I thought he was a Golan? And you're sure he's not a Golan? Ah, no, he's not. Right?
Go talk to Roman and get some sleep.
All right.
And
Make
make sure
sure-
you eat some food too. I imagine just pass you some food for you. Also, Roman is Roman asleep right now?
He'll be getting up soon.
Give him this soup for me when he wakes up as well. I assume it's soup, I don't know.
It's a stew, but yeah, same thing.
Hmm.
As Nina goes to go stare at a sleeping young adult.
I'll just write a letter. Gotta get my death flags in.
Which
Or
I'm
should I
sighs a
tell
bit
him?
because
No.
Nina has a lot to deal with.
Sorry, what?
Which I'm sighs because like Nina can be a lot sometimes.
She feels the same way about you, unironically. Oh, I love this dynamic.
Which I was just like I feel like I'm taking care of Nina slightly. It's fine.
These two are best friends.
No, I'm not gonna leave a note because that's too death flaggy, and I'm resolved to survive. Um. Okay. I kind of just gently stir him awake by
Ah, you
rubbing his shoulder.
monster waking up early.
Sticking a spoon in him and just spinning it a bunch.
No, I'm not mama birding him. No. Are we private?
I mean, Gakuatsu's in the corner over there.
He's sleeping, or
Yeah, and I mean, Esmeralda probably can't understand a single thing you would say anyways, but she seems to be awake. She is listening to the entire Ryu conversation, but you're not. Honestly, she probably can't understand a single part of it.
that's what she. That was her breakthrough.
I assume I've conversated with her through like pictogram that she guards here. We go there.
Odamu has the impression that she has at least an idea of what's going on.
Okay.
She herself can grasp a situation. It's just all the fine details. She's got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think once he kind of stirs and kind of like half asleep, I'll kind of lift his head, put his head on my lap, and kind of just like, I don't know. I guess like run my hand through his hair like when he was a kid. When he was little. Kind of wait for him to respond.
I had a bad dream last night. Or I guess this morning it would have been.
I'm just listening very intently, still kind of comforting him. You could talk to me about it.
Was what if Sona and Gyrix, if they get hit by these things before they catch up to us? Still might be following us, and they wouldn't be that far behind.
Still listening.
And what if they got jumped on the road, or what if they meant harm, and they got here.
I'm kind of start rubbing his temples to see if there's any stress there, and yeah, nice little light temple rub. Was that what your dream was about?
He nods slightly.
And you care about them. And do you, or I'll phrase that as a question. And do you care about them?
I don't know if they care about me, but I don't want to see them hurt. I avoided her. I don't think that was the right decision. All the way back in Reiken, I think I should have gone to see her. Now she's walking into this whole mess. My biggest fear. What if she wasn't behind us? What if she was able to go straight to Kiona? She should have known that we were going to Kiona. They decided to take the broken road just to cut us off. Part of me wants to go with you. Just to see that she's not there. I'm going to be going to Kiona one day, eventually. I have to drop. He just looks towards the bound man in the corner. Make sure he receives his final journey.
I kind of close my eyes at like trying to hold back like the amount of pain that he's feeling, and like she's kind of feeling that residually kind of thing. Now, like it hurts to see him like be in pain and struggle with this, but she's trying to keep it in. Takes a deep breath.
He kind of rolls a little bit, realizing that he's been picked up, and then sits up straight.
Sorry, that was TJ laughing. So he's facing me?
He's technically facing away from you.
Okay.
He just kind of rolled as if he was still sitting on a pillow, but then realized it was legs, and then just shot up.
Did I ever tell you that I actually met your cousin when I was younger? Did I ever tell you that her breath kind of shudders more than she means? That we were friends? And I opened my eyes.
Rowan's face is puzzled. You always used to tell me that she was after you. She would stop at nothing to hunt you down. You told me that she branded you a traitor. And never to go near her because she would get the both of us.
Before I
He
found
raises one of his hands right near his neck. then she would be away with us.
Before I found this family, my family was really struggling. She's struggling to find the words. I was a servant girl for the house of Yona. And I belonged. I was just an orphan. And I knew Sona. She was elegant and adventurous, and always knew how to bend the rules just enough, but never break them. And her mind was powerful, and she still chose to love people, no matter how much of them she was able to see, or at least that's how she made me feel. Then one day, someone offered me information about my parents, and I was just a young girl who couldn't help but feel alone and unwanted, even surrounded by flower maidens and royalty. I couldn't help but wonder and ask. But they needed me to spy on the Vionas in exchange for that information. I didn't even make my decision yet, but Sona already knew what I had gone through, what was offered to me. And I could see it in all of their body language that they were getting ready to put me away. So I ran. I ran until the sun came up. And then that different family found me. Actually, a few people found me, but it became full circle when I finally got that information. That I'm descended from the one that Lady Cassandra saved from the fire. And then when I saw that they had you in their care, I knew it was my chance to return a favor from my bloodline. One of my biggest mistakes, Roman, was trying to make you like me, to try to traverse this world like me. But you were so much braver. All I did was teach you how to run away and strike on vulnerabilities. But you were so much bigger than that. My biggest failure is not bringing out the strength that you always had. And I'm sorry if I ever made you feel like you had to shrink yourself to look like the rest of us.
Roman tackles Nina into a hug.
Bawling.
I never did trust a hug ever. It's not always a convenient way to hide your face.
Only lonely, paranoid people think that way. And I think that really, like, she's trying to laugh about it, but realizing like that that mentality has led to her loneliness, kind of thing. And I don't want you to ever feel lonely. So you are going to grow into the man that you want to be. And I'm okay if that means unlearning some of the things that I taught you. I don't want you ever to be held hostage by whatever image that I've projected onto you. Okay? I just want you to be you.
I'll try.
There's a chance that Sona might be informed of what Tranba really is. I used my persuasion, and Gerald told me that this was essentially a psionic integration camp. People with unique abilities to move stuff with their mind or read minds. They came here to learn how to manage their abilities. A lot of these people here are in on it. But if Sona has the right connections, she would have been informed about what this place is. Even if she wasn't, her and Gyrix are an unstoppable force. You should have seen some of the magic that she was doing. I barely caught onto it. But she's strong, Roman. I believe it.
You're strong too.
Give him another hug. I'll make sure to look out. Or get some rest. Let me know what you want to do once you wake up.
That's what I should be saying to you. I just slept.
Oh,
As he does clear his face, putting a proper, determined adult look. As Robot just tries to not like suplex Nina, but just kind of like swap positions with her.
all right. Oh, okay. Kind of lay down, I guess. Is it actually time to rest? I might
Oh yeah,
actually do it.
you've been up all day. You're resting all night, so you can be up all day. Roman's on the stay in Tranba squad technically right now, so he's up all night, sleep all day. So you'll be leaving tomorrow morning.
Kaylee Ito would be proud. All right. That's enough of me hogging the spotlight. I'm sorry. Cutscene. Or do you want to do anything, Odamu?
Odamu wants to go to therapy.
I could see, like, talking to, like, Gakuratsu.
Yeah.
You're off to bed, I see.
Indeed. Do you think Nina that is intentionally not following what I say?
I wouldn't say that she wouldn't come to that decision. I truly believe that would be something within Nina's directive. Not out of spite, but instead out of pride. From the
Either
little
way.
time that I've met her, Nina has a lot of pride. But she also has the opposite. Some people called it slight bipolarism.
Sorry, that's me. Yeah, like, has he heard of that before or no?
The only instance of someone like that Odamu's ever dealt with is people who think they want to be a monk, are taught somewhat how to be a monk, and immediately decide the next day that they want to be like a baker or something. So,
Yeah.
example. In many ways, both you and Nina are very chaotic in nature. Impulsive. You learn by living. But not everyone is simply one category all the time. Nina's projects in a way that I suspect is more divulgent around her emotions. While yours is more directed around feeling. I've known you for a good time. There aren't many occasions where you have lashed out in a fit of rage. Or a fit of sorrow. Although I could label a few. But you always respond on feeling. In many ways, I do as well. It is the doctrine, at least the doctrine which we are pursuing. At the end of the day, what is good? What is evil? I may use logic to justify my feelings. And justify my findings. But you do not work the same way, not entirely. Different magnitudes of a similar coin. Nina finds good with her emotions. But she also finds evil with them too. Not being able to understand them can cause her to feel fluxed. Or understanding them too well. Sometimes she shuts them out entirely, or tries to. They are a major dictation to her life. Not all of us come from happy backgrounds. Unfortunately, I believe young Lord Roman and Lady Esmeralda probably have much kinder histories than the rest of us.
He's saying Roman and Esmeralda has, like, the brightest backstories?
In his opinion, currently, they probably have brighter backstories than Ryu, Gakuatsu, and Nina, which tells you that Gakuatsu doesn't really fully see Ryu's backstory as all light and sunshine.
You can
Which
see that.
is probably just how his nature has progressed. Ryu's lost things in his life, but Ryu's experiences are different.
Mm-hmm.
One who would value more of a direct family integration with a lot of very close relatives and safe environments to return to may not value Odamu's lifestyle. Or they may see it as lesser. Not only that, Odamu took a long time before he started making friends, but most of the friends Odamu makes are more like close acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
Odamu only really has 3 friends he can count on his hand. Roman wouldn't necessarily be one of them, but Nina was a good friend. Kamshi is a good friend. Gakuetsu
Oh,
is a
the
good.
way you said "was a good friend" hurts a bit.
Odamu, while being optimistic, does have doubts on whether or not Kamshi is still alive.
Yeah.
Until he's proven otherwise, he's going to say she is. But he also knows that there's a certain delusion to just accepting everything as bright. There's a difference between understanding things can still be bad,
Mm-hmm.
and Odamu can make that clearance. It took 2 times with the stone. Kamshi's not back. The stone may have been broken, but even when it wasn't broken, it didn't work.
Thanks for your insight. That definitely cleared up my mind.
It got me thinking of an idea I wish for your opinion on.
Odam was there to answer.
We haven't spoken much about it before, but how do you believe that honor fits into the grand scheme of what is good and evil? We know it's not directly linked. One can be good with low honor, and one can be evil with high honor. But do you suspect that there's a certain facet of honor, and which is scoped towards being good?
I'd say there's almost 3 things, at least I've discovered. There's honor, which everyone knows about. Good and evil, which our monks focus on. And something more along the lines of balance. And that include what I would assume to be within nature. Gamshi seems to be able to sense whatever balance is, and it's not necessarily the same as good and evil. Perhaps it is, though, but I seem to be on the higher end of the balance scale. Yet I'm not incredibly high.
And Kamshi has done some very interesting acts that could be dubbed as non-good within her time, at least visiting the temple. She tends to
No,
attack people who do not have high balance, with very little regards to learning anything about them.
nod. I think if there's any sort of overlap, I think it's just pure coincidental. If you keep your honor, as in your word, the things you say and declare, usually you use that in a good way. But one may be able to say and claim to do evil, yet gain honor from those evil deeds, such as, I will slaughter this township. Technically, if you do so, you are keeping your word. Although, there are certain actions within honor which will decrease it, such as attacking a unarmed civilian. That in itself lies in evil, which is just a coincidental overlap, I believe. I don't think it has anything to do with one another.
It is a fascinating topic, isn't it? I regret to say that I did not consider balance. It's true I've not spoken much with Kanji. But perhaps this balance is different than the one that Teacher Mary, Teacher Budatsu, Gakuatsu looks towards, just to the left, as if he noticed something, drawing him off.
Perception, I guess? Or, no. I'm too tired. Should I do perception?
We are, of course, being watched. But it matters very little. I believe that this balance is different. In many ways, the teacher of Mary, he spoke of balance in a way of balancing good and evil. You mentioned that esteemed Dragoff.
Yep.
He had more of an extreme value. Perhaps he was good and evil, more likely. Mary was more combative. Perhaps even honor. And Kamji is a balance of nature. I will do some writing. I am curious to ask some of the clergymen on the towns that we pass through their opinions. What I found interesting about Ostres Hunman is his dedicative faith. And
I
I'm
mean, perhaps
wondering,
implying that faith may also be a matter of balance as well.
perhaps,
Natural force.
perhaps. They say that weakened gods ask for certain things such as tributes or simple prayers. Perhaps faith is an energy manifested more than just in the psyche and body, but instead on some sort of extraplanar scale. Up in the stars, perhaps. Or on the
It's
land
hard
of...
to think about a imbalanced or balanced deity if you're not thinking about the terms of good and evil.
I admit, there's a lot to look into.
Seems like more of a balance of diet.
Something very careful to keen upon. To keen upon. To be keen upon. Alright. You don't ever want to eat too much, nor do you want to eat too little. The same will go for sleep. I suggest you get a very good rest. I'll
do
be
my
sure to watch
best.
over the camp. Oh. And Adamyao. Before You sleep tonight. Think upon what we've seen so far. Something does not quite add up.
Right. He'll nod. I've heard something about psionics perhaps being involved by Nina. Although I don't know what that means fully. But I'll think about it. And I'll meditate.
I've heard very little of these psionics. But the word loosely translates to unexplained.
Yep. Alright. Meditation of 13. I'm tired, but I'm thinking upon it before I sleep. But I imagine, oh man, it'd be so cool if Adamu just like fell asleep meditating. Ah, that would be like the most peaceful, deep sleep ever. I'm not saying that that's his goal, but yeah.
There is a feeling that hole still remains present. Odamu wasn't one to use psionics as a catch-22 for I don't know what it means. But he definitely could feel something eerie about this place. It was probably the attack of those blood-sucking creatures, but even they, perhaps Nina is correct that they have some sort of hive mind or controller. It was clear that these things were sentient enough in order to play the trade game between Yikan and Tranba. Else no one would be trading things. Tranba is a farm. But if these things feasted off blood, there would have to be an easier way to do this. They can't be that intelligent, yet that dumb. They felt like demons. Something demons would do.
They might have an alternative goal other than consuming people.
Precisely. He's right,
going
and
to
something
have to
doesn't
confront the
add up.
dude about the psionics. In the morning, or when he wakes up, of course.
The night tapers on. Morning comes fast. Abnormally fast. It doesn't even feel like Nina nor Ryu really even slept that long. Well, they are rested. It was a blackout sleep. It feels nice to be woken up by the daylight again. And the sun is particularly harsh today. Looking towards the water, it beats off like a paddle or a vase that had hit in the ground too hard. Rays of light being glass shards flying in every direction. Ryu is invigorated. You can feel his heart pumping. Although he didn't sleep as well as he wanted to. It was very quick. Even more shocking, him and Nina would get up at almost exactly the same time. It's not that shocking when you realize it's the sun's fault, but definitely something to start the day.
Guess I'll do some light stretches, I'd say.
Here we go. I'm gonna do my I'm gonna center myself with some Tai Chi.
What was the M guy's name? The guy who's been helping us out?
Gerald with a J.
I imagine, I assume we're the only ones around. Do we see outside? Can we see that there's not everyone dead? There's still movement?
Everyone seems to be fairly good. There's a lot of people who are still taking the sleep option or trying to. Most people here are fatigued, but everyone is within sight of each other.
I'm gonna talk to Gerald about what you told me yesterday.
Keep. What do you want? What do you want to know? As we're stretching.
Well, you see. I don't think everything lines up perfectly. They have a goal.
All right.
I don't
hold
think
on.
we have the full story, and if we get the full story, it's going to be safer for us.
Hold on, stay still for a second. I lift up my left leg so that my heel is on your shoulder, and I'm just trying to do like a front split. Thank you.
Meditation check.
Is there any way for you to just keep my name out of your mouth, please?
I will not say it, but it may be implied. I don't believe he's dumb enough to not realize, but I'll see. We'll see.
If you do, tell him that for whatever reason you do mention that I really do think he's very handsome, though. Okay, other leg.
I will not do that.
I just give you a glare. So you'll just blow my cover, but not mention that I think he's attractive. All right. Weird. Please?
You are far stranger than I.
I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm just asking you to get something out of this at least. You're taking more than you're giving here. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. You want me to be honest? I'm saying it. Just keep my name out of your mouth, but if it does come out, mention that. Pinky
I will
promise.
keep that in mind.
Pinky
But there
promise.
is sometimes balance and imbalance in Nina.
Pinky promise. I think we're waking people. I'm waking people.
You two are the only guys sleeping. Everyone else stayed up all day. Or all
Okay.
night. You're not waking anyone up.
Okay.
At least your party. That's all that really matters.
All right. My legs are good now. Thanks. Do you want to do yours?
Sorry, you probably missed what I did earlier.
What'd you do?
Justin, you heard me, right?
No, I missed it.
Hmm?
I missed it. What?
Justin, you heard me say meditation check, right?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do you want to? I can hold up your leg. Your turn. I'll do a meditation check while I'm being chaotic. I'm in my zone.
I mean, I sorry, I just let me just try and get into like the brain space of this because that is.
You want to do a meditation check?
It's fine.
All right, suit yourself. Pinky promise, though. If you happen to mention where you got the information, if you tag me as a person as a point of your information, or if it's ever implied, mention that I think he's very cute. Sticking out my pinky.
I'll do
Perhaps
it,
this is
but
the
I'm not
difference
gonna stake
between.
my honor on it.
Wait, sorry, you both talked. I don't know. Wait, what?
Oh, there was just the insert from Gakuatsu that said, "Perhaps this is where we stake the difference between honor and good."
My pinky's getting cold, Odamu.
He says, I'll do it, but I'm not going to stake my honor on it. He'll close your pinky up.
I'm gonna drop you on that carpet, and I leave. But that's in a playful way. That was playful.
Yeah. Anything exciting happened when we were asleep, says the Gakuratsu.
Roman spent a lot of time with Esmeralda. I think Esmeralda might be getting a little bit territorial around Roman now.
Aww. But like, no, actually, that's not Damamu.
There were some gentlemen who came from the camp offering light rations. I believe Esmeralda may believe that they are more threatening of enemies. But it's good to see that she is warming up to us.
I think as long as Roman's here, she's going to do her best to protect the camp. Hopefully.
You should make sure to get off as quick as possible.
I was going to talk with Gerald. I think that's his name. We're just gonna correct it.
Yeah, Gerald.
About some things if you want to be there for that conversation.
I wouldn't talk to Gerald. You should try and find a man by the name of Legere, named after, yes, the bird. Seems that Legere Markson is somewhat of a surrogate leader.
Good to know. He'll pat just Gakuratsu on the shoulder as he heads away.
NPC mode. Just during this time, I'm just gonna spend time with Roman and Esmeralda and just communicate like this boy is my heart. Essentially, please protect it. NPC mode.
She saw you. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything. Listen, Esmeralda's gonna be your temporary wife, okay? If you're the mom, she's gonna be the other mom, okay? She saw you, like, having that tender moment with Roman of, like, lap pillow.
Yeah.
She knows you're safe. She's not gonna scratch you if you get too close to Roman.
I think she just misses her kids.
I think she misses her kids.
Yeah.
Is this I want to meet this. Let's see this Legere. Because he was a half elf back in Gen 2. So who knows if it's the same? Who knows?
Legere is very easy to find. It looks like Gerald is just completely passed out for the morning. He's covered in a blanket. He has got a hat over his head. He is out.
Damn.
You're assuming he takes like a half shift. It'd be weird for him to be up all day. And all night. And all day again.
Yeah.
He definitely
He must
works
be-
himself pretty hard.
Mhm.
But he works himself pretty hard. Legere is one of the, you would call it young, unexperienced kinds. He's fairly young. You would only pin him probably at around 17-ish.
Cool. When I walk up, I'm gonna look across the wall to see anything and perception check. Just for the sakes of it.
Yeah, he's got a thin frame. His hair is silver, which is not normal, but it is a good chance that he got a slight bit of demon experiment nonsense within his family lineage, and he was
Oh,
probably able to have a kid, whoever that person was. something that's super rare, but I mean, touch a demon definitely comes to mind.
You must be Lugia. Nice to meet you. My name's Adamario. Not being loud enough to wake anybody up.
Markson's the family name.
Hmm?
Markson's the family name.
Parson. Okay, cool.
Markson.
Markson.
Haven't found yourself troubled over this last night? Haven't found yourself troubled over this last night?
This whole situation's troublesome, but there's not much time to feel it. I did sleep well, though. Well enough. As in, like, yeah, it's well enough. It's a good thing, but, yeah.
Enjoy them while you have them. Clear day today.
Me and my companion plan to head out and do some scouting. Most of us will be staying behind to help with fortifications. Gakuratsu did get to work on that, right?
That's the thought. Said he was going to.
Do I see anything done?
The fortification Gakuatsu is going to be making aren't large walls. Gakuatsu is going to be trying his deterrences. None of them have been displayed around the town yet.
I believe my friend Gakuratsu is, making some deterrences.
Yes, your smith friend. He wanted to use a couple anvils and different tools we keep around here for various purposes. I'd say this is a good day to go out. It's not much, but most of them tend to stay away during the morning. You'll still see them occasionally. But when the sun's this bright, I think they don't like it that much.
I wish I could have a bit more pleasantries, but I guess I'll get straight to the point. Me and my companions have been able to pick up there's something strange going on with the whole situation. More strange than what already is with this town.
Gerald gave us the general rundown. Your friend came in here and threw some magic around to seduce him. A couple of the boys noticed it and tried to drag him out.
Odamu sighs a bit.
But yes, Tranba is an experiment town. But don't get yourself all too much in a net. Tranba's a town of experiments. Everyone here is an experiment of some sort.
Okay.
One of the big reasons we can't leave isn't because they'll hunt us down, but because we can't. He pulls out his wrist, buttoning up his shirt a little bit. There seems to be a large green mark of sorts.
Fuck. What?
Cursed departure. We can get to Yikan. Barely. Anything farther than Yikan's death.
He doesn't
Yeah.
like that. Oh.
We don't like to bring that up. You already found it out anyways. These two towns, if you ever been there, they're like Tokana. My father was from Tokana.
Oh man, this is Tokana too.
The goal was at least how they presented it, to get people with abilities that weren't explained into one place. They didn't kidnap anyone, they just tricked them. Study them down, and either cure them or keep them here until they faded.
Was that under the Great Empire's law or Becky DeRise?
Couldn't tell you, most of us don't have a clue. I've lived my entire life here. They just wanted to see if they could have my father produce offspring. It worked. They let him go. I'm the next part of the experiment to see if I can continue. Some people here have unexplainable abilities, but besides the fact that we're essentially trapped here, we're taken care of. All of us signed the waiver. No one expected there to be an outbreak of blood-sucking sociopaths.
Kiyono was also the one with... also had experiments, right? Or did they not?
No, from what we understood, Kiona may have had a few, but Kiona is just a small town.
Cool.
Most of the experimenters and science types, they set up in Yikan, not in Central, just outskirts. They got a big lab down there too.
I guess the question I have is, the people that were taken by the women, do they have any sort of particular powers that would have been wanted?
He gives a half smile in a way that isn't actually happy. They weren't professionists, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what he thought.
They had powers. Weird ones. That's about all I can say. No one knew how, no one could explain them. They were different. Could see it in their eyes. It was like they were looking at a world that was different than the one we were all looking at. It wasn't pretty ladies who seduced them. I'm sure it was bloodsuckers.
Yeah. Alrighty,
But
cool.
be careful. I'm not sure how these things reproduce. They do a nasty amount of damage when they hit you. Capable of cleaving arms off in a single swing. They heal too. I'm sure of it. Just be careful.
I'm gonna pray that the sun is able to hopefully help out with that. We don't know how weak they are, but I'm hoping that the sun will think they're just as much of an abomination.
Hey, look here! Ah. You're Mr. Ryu, aren't you? Ryu.
Indeed.
Your soup the other day was real good. Man, I feel invigorated from that. See, claps his hands on both Rio's and Markson's back.
I'm gonna need everyone here to stay strong. It's going to be a little bit before there's results, but me and my companion heading out will hopefully get something done.
Oh, you're heading out. Really? You're not gonna stick around here?
I wish I could, but I'm leaving my other three trusted companions here.
Best luck to you, man. Heading Kyoto away, or you can for supplies?
Who? Like, this is just some random dude?
Yeah, his name was Larry.
Okay. Just
Haven't
making sure he
seen a
wasn't
whole
like
lot.
some sort of vampire or something, pretending to be.
His timing was uncanny, but everyone's waking up at the same time, and Ryu draws a bit of a crowd.
Good of the mission, good of these people. I want to give them hope right now. I don't want anyone to be talking about it while I'm away in case someone hears. Someone out there. But we plan to go to Kiona and scout out the situation. Perhaps figure out how to deal with these creatures or a good way to kill them.
It's a good idea. If you can figure something out, then I'm sure that we'll all be in for the better.
That being said, Mudatsu will be staying behind to help fortify the location to hopefully act as a deterrence. If you need anything, he's the best one to go talk to. Although Roman, the smaller, not quite a kid anymore, is quite smart. I'm sure he'll be able to think of any tight solutions if you need any. And Esmeralda, she might not speak the language, but her spirit nature is something quite unseen. Should be.
Sorry, these are family names or their first names? We refer to family names around here.
Esmeralda, I have no clue. Gakuatsu is, I don't know what's Gakuatsu.
It's just Gakuatsu. He's gonna like it if you just call him Gakuatsu.
What's his last name? Do I know Gakuatsu's last name? Actually, do I even know Roman's last name?
Fiona. Roman Viona. He's the guy from the Viona household. He's the leader.
Okay,
He's a
cool, I
potential.
know their names.
You do know Gakuatsu's last name. It's Shima. but Gakuatsu doesn't say that to anyone.
Oh, so like,
There's no flower. Yeah, Gakuatsu says his name is Gakuatsu.
the three of them are quite strange and go only by their first names.
We'll have to maybe ask them for permission for that then.
Esmeralda may be a last name, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, you said she was a spirit of some sort. We don't get much spirits around here. A couple of the boys thought she was pretty mysterious.
It's a complicated situation. I just said spirit to simplify things.
I won't pry, and we'll have much time to talk to them. You just make sure that you get back safe. You and your friend there are leaving. It can be very dangerous out there, you know.
You stay safe as well.
Yeah. When you get back, I'm sure Gerald will be awake. He's gonna be sleeping for quite a while now. He was up for the last 3 days straight.
Poor guy. Heard that Nina gave her a bit of trouble. Sorry about that.
He just cares about us a little too much. They say he's a very empathetic guy. So when people lose their life, it hits them hard.
Hopefully no one else will have to. But we should get going soon, before the sun fades.
Not with that kind of brightness. But yeah, get going, bud. Pat, pat. I mean, it's
shoulder
back
pat
at
it while going by as well to return the, encouragement.
Reciprocating,
Reciprocating, like, encouragement.
You know what's an interesting piece of information?
What?
What's that?
Geralt is Avier.
Wait, say that one
He
more
can
time.
sense people's emotions?
All these people are crazy experiments, and he's really empathetic. What else could his superpower be?
Oh, you're right. Oh my goodness, he's an aviator. No one knows that reference except for us.
I don't know what an aviator is.
You know,
I thought it was.
If you're within 10 feet of him, he can feel your emotions.
Aw.
Or he has some sort of condition to feel emotions.
I thought it was a Reiku thing. So I was like, oh my, hi. Hello, character.
It might be.
Not Gerald being a legitimate 6 love interest.
He's too old. Stop making everyone your love interest. At least pay attention to their age.
That's only 12 years older. That's everything works.
In Great Emperor Society, I think there's very few people who would bat an eye.
Yeah.
I think we will have to wrap up because I hate how I have work. It's kind of like the perfect time to wrap up, but like, no.
I can read a little bit of travel until you get stabbed.
I do. Yeah. I do have one little NPC mode. Roman took my poison leaves that I took from the grave of Kamshi. Or, no, Kamshi's mom. I would like to take that and add it to my assassination equipment. Yeah, just as a note. But that's NPC stuff. But yeah, I'm down for traveling. I do want to just never mind. I was gonna do something flirty, but I held myself back.
Don't worry, Kamshi was a great friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
also,
you can't hear?
Frickin'. Why, like, this is like Japan. You're like using Odamu's like shoulder as a leg rest as you stretch yourself.
Get over it.
He did. He rolled a 16 meditation to like just like be like. Nina is like just a regular human. She's not
Nina
a
is
woman. She's just a spirit. Yeah, perfect.
Wow. Also, you got to tell me about the freaking death mark because we need to warn the people not to get one and make sure that we don't have anyone on us either, just in case.
It's a curse, so I'm pretty sure it's placed upon us.
What?
Or like it would be placed upon them. Like
it's not
Oh,
on
people
us.
physically
Here.
do that, and it's part of the contract, so we shouldn't have it placed upon us.
Okay. All right.
Welcome to Tranba. This place just gets worse and worse.
It really does. But the people are nice. But make sure
But
Roman.
the people are nice, but also keep in mind the people are well cared for, and they're like they sign up for it, even
They
if they do
were.
feel tricked.
They were cared for. And yeah.
Yeah, that's stopping
Also,
the vampires came.
let's just make sure nobody gets tattoos in this town. Is all I'm saying.
Hey Nina, look, I just got a tattoo. It's called True Viona. Fell green, oozing with demonic magic.
No survivor.
No, these crazy experiment guys
Mhm.
actually managed to get one of those albino scrubs to produce children.
Yeah.
That's pretty
This guy
good.
might be a Reiku descendant. Oh wait, is it
Right?
Ligir? Who's the
Uh,
descendant? Was it Ligir
Ligir.
or Gerald?
Ligir.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
Well, Ligir was the gray, thin guy who was like, yeah, my dad was kidnapped, and by that I mean he signed a contract to have kids, and they got him to have kids, and they let him go. They let him go? Pretty messed up. He just left his kid here, but, you know.
Nino's like mood. Flashback to the church and then flashback to leaving Roman here.
Hey, I mean,
Alright,
Boyan's
time for
not too
the
far
thing
away.
now, Barbara, right?
Sorry, what?
Time for the thing, right?
Let's do a thing.
Travel simulator. Let's do the recap because I gotta go soon.
Okay.
Frickin' work. Ugh.
Kiona, the final frontier.
I assume we're doing perceptions and shit.
Yeah. And stealth.
It's gonna be fairly heavy traveling. Nina and Ryu can already tell that. This is the kind of travel that, well, you wouldn't be bringing any officialized equipment or anything through. But there is the basis of a road. It kind of winds up and around the lakeside. As much as there's not many places to hide, that statement is true. There's hardly enough places to walk. The rocky cliff faces are travelable, but perilous. And both Thodamu and Nina get a first-hand glimpse of the windy peaks. Not entirely caused through natural means, might I add. Higher up on the mountain, Nina can loosely make out wind elementals. Non-cognient beings of pure elemental energy. It's something that Nina hasn't really seen before. Most times you see spirits, such as the pumpkin spirit or Kamshi, technically. But seeing a proper elemental, that's a little bit of a rare sight. There's a couple of them, too. They seem to just be happily coexisting being wind. Hodamu is very much aware that elementals, they are capricarious beings. You don't barter with them, you don't talk to them. If they feel they want to kill you, they will. They're like wild animals, but they don't have to eat. They can appear in the world just as they can disappear. Most people would refer to elementals as the bound spirits of nature. Sometimes they come to correct. Most of the time, they're just things, though.
How does
Hazards.
Vesuvius feel about being in the presence? Just wondering.
Vesuvius is fine in the presence. Flying is going to be borderline impossible. If one of these things decides to attack you, you're dead. And it can decide to attack you honestly at random.
Roger that.
They don't get aggravated. They don't attack out of hate. They don't attack out of malice. They don't attack out of love. When they attack you just as if the wind was flowing.
Force of nature.
They are a force of nature that is targetable and killable.
I'll make sure to Blessing of the Trickster Rio as well.
From these peaks, Kiona becomes very visible. It's a small town just like Tranba. You would actually say it's a little bit higher quality. It's more rundown, but people seem to care more for it. On this side of the mountain, they actually do have a pathway. At least something akin to it. This pathway consists of the occasional wooden board hammered into rock to act as a form of step. There is an instance where Ryu does happen to encounter a wind elemental. It does not attack, however. It simply flies as a small little twister and completely covers Ryu in mud. Thankfully enough, with the assistance of Gakuatsu, Ryu also doesn't have to worry about his monk clothing being torn to pieces due to almost getting it caught in a couple branches. Beyond that, a couple-day travel to Kiona is fairly uneventful. No signs of the bloodsuckers. At least, pretty convinced they didn't see you. It says something about their numbers or the paths they take. And there
It's
lies
nighttime, we have to be worried.
Kiona. Yeah, but it's been a couple days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Kiona, a small town, and above all else, the end point to the current objective. Both of them. It's mainly centralized. A lot of the buildings are houses, and a lot of the houses are placed up on a stretch of land just before a dip towards the water. The houses, it looks like a couple of them have recently been painted. And there's people out during the day in full force, seemingly cleaning places up. They don't seem particularly overly happy or sad. But Kiona is going through a spring renovation, as is common in a lot of small towns. You get a lot of the people together. You get them working on restoration processes, build any new town accommodaties, spring is usually the time where you start to put that in motion. It, however, is immediately not what you would expect. The rule of the sun doesn't seem to be applicable to anyone here. A lot of them are covered up, but they're not suspiciously covered up enough to the point where you would say they're trying to avoid it. No one here, at least from the hillside, looks gray. No one here has bat appendages. No one here looks like a monster. The city of Kiona, or town, looks perfectly untouched. You would even describe it as the people of Kiona don't even seem to recognize that there is a threat.
It makes sense.
We'll enter this place next time.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for the people
Now
who stopped by. Sorry if you're using me as a background thing. I'm not gonna rate anyone because I don't have time to like stick around in the chats. I'm just gonna end it.
Bye.
As I say, bye.
See you later.
Thanks
Later.
for sticking by. Believe in yourself.
I'm gonna end the stream
Remember,
right
kids.
now. I swear.
Quick cut off before I give them advice.